Hello gentlemen, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do dungeoneering and just the basics of it. A lot of people have asked me how to do dungeoneering, and it's very difficult to explain the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video, and hopefully it'll show everybody just the basics of how to do everything. So I'm not going to go into how to do puzzles and whatnot, but I'm going to show you the basic way of training dungeoneering and the best way. It's going to be very simple. I'm not going to give you XP per hour, so I'm just going to show you the basic overall how to train dungeoneering. So first of all, you're going to get a Ring of Kinship. It's pretty important, and you go to Dungeoneering by the Alcarid boat. So you have to bank everything, and once you have your Ring of Kinship, there is one thing you can do. You have to open the party interface, and you can form a party. Now for the first 6 floors you do, you're going to be doing complexity levels, and those are going to go up. So the higher your complexity level, the better XP you're going to get. If you're level 6, you're going to get 100% XP. But lower complexity levels will take reductions on your XP per hour. The best way to train dungeoneering is to do all the floors you can and then reset, because your reset is going to give you bonus XP, and if you don't reset after, you're going to get a very minimal XP. So once you do all your floors, you have to do all of them. It doesn't have to be in order, but just make sure that they are all ticked off. You see here, they're not ticked off, so I'd have to do these floors and these floors here, like all the ones that don't have checks on them. I'd have to do them before I reset for maximum XP. So once you reset, you start them all over again, and you're going to keep going until you're 99 dungeoneering. So before you unlock floor 30, floor 1 to 29, you're going to be doing mediums or smalls, depending on if you want to do fast XP or slow XP. Mediums, I'll show you exactly how to do this right now. So you're going to go and you're going to go complexity level 6, and you're going to choose the floor. And you can do either small or medium. I usually do smalls because they're a lot faster and it won't take that long. So you do the dungeon. It's pretty straightforward. You just open the doors and then you go to the end, you fight the boss, and you end the dungeon. The more rooms you open, the more XP you're going to get. So once you have floor 30 unlocked, you're going to be doing rushes. So that means you're going to be doing 1 to 29 small dungeons and as fast as you can. I suggest doing this on complexity 6 so you can get pretty good XP. Some people do rushes all in complexity 1, but that is very bad XP. It's fast, but it's very bad XP. So I suggest you do it on complexity level 6. And from floors 30 plus, you're going to be doing large dungeons. Large dungeons are in groups of 5, and you do those pretty quickly, and that's the best XP per hour. And then once you reset, you're going to do those rushes again from floors 1 to 29. And after that, you're going to continue doing large dungeons. If you are an Iron Man, or you don't feel like finding a party or whatever, you just want to be a solo dungeoneer, you're going to do mediums. Now mediums give less XP, but large floors cannot be completed. You can't start them if you only have one person. You need 3 people at least, and if you want to be solo, then it's impossible. So once you invite a friend to your dungeoneering floor like that, they are going to be in your party. Both people have to have no outside items on them except for their Rings of Kinship. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a dungeon, and you're going to put it on small or medium depending on what you want. Always try to put it at the best party size difficulty, because you will get a lot better XP for doing the maximum. So we have 2 people, so we can put it at a maximum of 2 party size difficulty. That's why putting it at 5 will give you the best XP, and that's why large dungeons are the best XP. So you're going to enter the dungeon and you're going to complete it. I'm not going to show you how to complete it because every dungeon is different, but you complete them as a set of 2 players, and once you're done, both players will end the dungeon and you'll keep going. It's very straightforward, and a lot of people are all confused about nothing. Another important thing to remember while in a dungeon is that your binds are your key. When you're in a dungeon, you won't be able to carry your items you got in a dungeon to the next one unless you bind the skill items. So what I do is I get the best weapons and armor that I could find that I can use, and I bind them and I put it on your loadout. So you're going to check the one you want at the start of the dungeon. So here I have a mage setup. So I check that. I have the staff, I have a hood, and I have some bottoms. These will be given to me every dungeon. I'll keep them every single time, and it's very useful. If you don't bind items, they'll be lost at the end of the dungeon, so I highly suggest that when you find an item that's very good, you're going to bind it to yourself so you can keep it on for more dungeons. You can also destroy items that were bound because you found a better one. Like, let's see, I have a Grave Creeper that's level 90, and I have a Sagittarian Bow that's level 99. So what I can do is just drag it onto the delete button, and it's going to destroy it. Now, I don't have any spots wasted for redundant items. So yeah, there I have my bow. I'm going to drag it onto the slot, and I'll put these chaps there too. I'll put that and I'll load it out. So see, now the dungeons, I'll start with a range setup instead of a mage setup. Sometimes you will not be able to open some doors because they'll have very high skill requirements to open, but that means it's not part of the critical path and that you can end the dungeon without having to open that door. Opening the door will give you more XP in the end of the dungeon, but it doesn't need to be open to complete the dungeon. Dungeoneering XP is given all at the end of the dungeon. Once you complete it, you'll get a big drop of XP depending on your level and depending on your reset progress. Reset progress is probably the most important thing. Also, if you kill all the monsters in the dungeon, you're going to get better XP, but I suggest you don't do that because it's very, very time consuming and it's not time efficient to go and do that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of people might benefit from this, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I know that people are still going to have lots of questions, so I'm going to try to answer them as best as I can. And I will be making a more in-depth guide for dungeoneering. This is just the basics, so people who want to start training the skill will be able to without having to scratch their brains, say, how do I train this? What's the best way of doing it? Subscribe for more videos like this, guides, fun videos, whatnot. I will be putting out a more in-depth guide, so just subscribe for that as well. Like the video if you found it helpful, and as always, remain a gentleman.